fielded just out. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
28-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 9 yards to go.
The left side completion to Jones. And it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession.
What I've loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And the first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Buccaneers.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead as that game approaches halftime. The Packers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Kenny Golladay, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Bears on top. The Bears trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Looking to throw.
Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
39-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete right around the 8. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And 6 at the 6-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Buccaneers 3.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down, it's Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Well, it's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They'll get...
And the Lions pressure too strong. The protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense
in trouble, and he's taken down.
Taken down and sacked.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. The throw over the middle, taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Number 82. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they're going to get him behind